Hey guys, welcome back to my Minnesota garden. As you can see, we're actually not in the garden today. We're out in the greenhouse because it is still March. It's March 18th today. Sorry, lots of traffic going by all of a sudden. We are gonna do a little seed starting. We have a lot of stuff started in the greenhouse. Just working on it, you know. Tomorrow we will be opening the greenhouse up completely and taking down the grow box, which is where we have the seeds going under lights. During the day, I usually take them out, put them all on the shelving here, and it gets to about 100 degrees in here, believe it or not, in March. But we still have snow on the ground, and we're still just plugging away. We're working one day closer to spring. We're gonna plant elephant ears today, so I was gonna show you how to plant elephant ears. And I gotta show you this. I stopped at a store this morning and I found passion flower. And I thought, oh, I would try passion flower. Yeah, it looks kind of cool, right? It's very tropical. It's not a native plant for Minnesota, Zone 3B. I didn't read the back, the directions. And so I got home and I opened it up and I read it. And it says, germination varies from 14 days to 365 days. No kidding. You can't make that up. We're going to try it anyway. I don't know what's going to happen. We may have to check back in on passion flower next year. 365 days. Who knows? But today we're going to be planting elephant ear. And elephant ear gets kind of a bad rap because it's considered to be hard to grow here in Minnesota. And I don't think it is. But we'll start off with the bulb or the tuber. It's actually considered a tuber. And they look like this. And when you're planting this, there is an upside and a downside. And it's not what you'd expect. So you can see on this tuber, there's like a, I don't know, it's like a choppy end or a broken end. And then there's an end that looks like this that has almost like a little bullseye. This end up. Bullseye end up. But the thing with elephant ear is you can actually lay it on its side. If you have any doubt, lay it on its side. I would rather have you lay it on its side this way than to plant it this way, because this is wrong side up. Bullseye end up, or just lay it on its side if you have any doubt. Because some of them can be kind of weird. This one's a little, well, no, that's a good one. See, this one's a little bit weird because you would almost think that this is the bullseye end. But it's not. This is the bullseye end. But they, you know, they get these little roots on them, and then it's harder to tell the bullseye end. So, like I said, if there's any doubt, just put it on its side, because it'll grow on its side, but it's not going to grow for you if you put it upside down. Second tip for growing elephant ear is soil. Soil cannot be too wet, because this is a tuber or a bulb, and if your soil is too wet, this is just going to rot, and you don't want it. You don't want that. So what we do for elephant ear is mostly you do a topsoil. I would say 60% topsoil. So whatever regular garden soil that you have, add 20% peat mix and 20% compost. And that should be easy enough combo for you to remember. 60, 20, and 20. If you're going to plant these right outside, like if you're in a warmer climate and you want to just plant these outside, which it is not here, but if you're here in Minnesota or Zone 3B or anywhere that's colder, you know, Canada, Alaska, you want to start these inside. So start them inside, or if you're going to put them outside, that's fine too if you have a warm enough climate. Just mix some peat moss and some compost into the hole. You're going to dig a hole, put in some compost and some peat moss. And then we're going to water it really thoroughly, and we're not going to touch it again until it starts to grow. When you start to see, we're going to put this about 3 or 4 inches deep in a pot. And the bigger the pot, like this is a 6-inch pot. This is not going to grow very well in a 6-inch pot. You need something bigger. I'm going to use probably 10-inch pots and maybe even 12-inch pots. I actually have elephant ear bulbs that are bigger than this, and those are in 12-inch pots right now. These are smaller. I just picked these up today because I wanted to add some more, because I want to make the greenhouse look like a jungle this year. And so I picked up a few more of these at the local store, the box store. So I'm going to put these in 10 or 12 inch pots. And then I can probably pretty much leave them in there. If I decide to move them out into my big planters, I'll transfer them from those pots. But this isn't going to grow very well in a 6-inch pot. You're going to get a tiny little plant, maybe 2 leaves. And I want mine to be more full and have more leaves. So I'm going to put these in a bigger pot. And then in the fall, I am going to pull them out because I don't think I have room in my house to overwinter 10 elephant ears. But who are we kidding? I'm probably going to overwinter some of them in the house. But for the most part, I'm going to pull these out. I'm going to chop off the foliage, and hopefully there will be more of these tubers or bulbs that are offshoots. And we're going to use those to grow additional elephant ears next year. So we break those apart. We're going to let them dry in a warm area for, 3-4 days. And then we're going to probably put them in a paper sack or a lunch sack or a cardboard box and put them in the basement or the storeroom or a garage that you have that maybe is heated to only like 50 or so. We don't want them to be too warm. We want them to be stored coolly over the winter. And then in the spring, we're going to take them out and start the process all over again. So I hope that this taught you something new. I hope you're loving what you do, and I hope that we get to see pictures of your elephant ears this summer. I know I'll be posting mine. So you guys have a good day, and remember that the more you know, the more you grow.